Cabana's trying to start a show off, right? Where we're talking about Doja Cat.
All right. Hello. Welcome everyone back to what could be a very special happy hour show. At least the start time is a special time. So we have a hopefully our special guest, our NASCAR
Don't let us down, JJ.
Cup Series driver, JJ Yeley, should be by in a bit. Just talking to the guys in the green room, and they all have like a nice little beverage there. Drinking for different reasons, of course. I'm drinking, haven't yet, but I will
show them what is the host partaking in. Show them.
You grabbed a whiskey, so I thought that I should, get a very fine whiskey too. So you should probably.
Okay. Make me want to go get a whiskey too.
I will lead. So I have this beautiful whistling pig, and so I was actually talking to Big K about it because I was like, "Oh yeah, it's been aged for 10 years. I really don't know anything about whiskey." I was like, "Is this good, guys?" It was funny. Big K being the the encyclopedia that he is, he's just like, "Yeah, actually, 9 times out of 10, that's just like bullshit. Like that marketing, it's just like a new marketing thing for whiskey, right? Like, oh, this has been aged for X amount of years." Where in the past, like it never used to be about that. It used to be about the blends and all these different things with the whiskey. Now it's finally aged. And I was just like, oh, great. Like this whistling pig has been on the shelf for 10 years and they couldn't sell it until I had a bottle. So yeah, whistling pig for today. If it's good, let me know, chat. I have no idea. Seems so good. It seems all right so far.
Claims is drinking because Hex can't break above 13 cents.
All right.
We have a 12-year
Macallan. Fuck you. I know that's good.
Yes. This is a fine, and again, it all might be marketing bullshit, but the 12-year Macallan is fantastic. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what a 1 year tastes like, if it's any worse or better, but
might taste the same. Cheers.
Nice. Yes. Cheers, gentlemen.
Right.
Cheers.
And I have this.
I got Coke in mine.
Cinnamon whiskey.
Not Macallan.
Here, this Fireball Red Hot cinnamon whiskey.
College days.
Cheers. It's a very fun.
Put that finger up and class it up in here, little Mr. Fireball. There you go.
Yep. It's kept me warm many of nights.
Delicious.
Good stuff. We have like a little progression. We have like Big K with Macallan, me Whistling Pig, and then Fireball with Cabana.
We gotta. We gotta hit the whole spectrum.
All walks of life.
Yeah.
All walks of life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was what was it? Mad Dog in college, and what else was there?
Yes, there's many malt beverages.
Yeah. Put some
go back to
college beverages in the chat there.
I used to throw parties 40? And in Florida, you couldn't get a 40 in Florida. You had to drive to Georgia to get it. It was like that was like the thing to do, is like drive to Georgia to get 40s and Mickeys.
40s.
Yeah, awful. Like
Colt, hey, Mickey.
It makes shitty beer better.
Old English.
More, I guess.
And then duct tape it to your hands. Oh, I've done that one time and learned my lesson real quick.
Oh yeah, you'll hate yourself real quick. You'll end up real drunk.
Oh, man. Real drunk. Hands are numb. God forbid you have to try to piss and figure that situation out. It gets rough real quick.
Briz wants to know who's JJ Yeley. So
yeah. Don't worry about Briz. Yeah. If you don't know by now, you just don't know.
But yeah, we got a nice little event going on, I guess a little north of me, since I'm in Florida right now. But yeah, it's going to be a good time this weekend. Weather's going to be absolutely perfect, so no chance for rain, shortened race, or rain out. Looks good. All systems go on that. So hopefully JJ can get in here and we can talk about that. But while he's not here, current events. I didn't really have anything prepared like usual because
there's a lot of
show. But yeah,
there's a lot of stuff happening.
What would you like to talk about first that's happening?
I mean,
like, give me topics. Let's go.
There's a plethora of shit coinery that is just blossoming like weeds in the dirt all along. I mean, the pulse chain testnet.
You mean Dogecoin 2.0?
Oh yeah, we got the Dogecoin 2, the redogening. Yes, we got that one.
The redogening, I like
it. We got that one. We also have whatever the fuck this hocus pocus shit is.
Oh,
whatever the fuck. One. Yeah, exactly. Hocus pocus, P30, whatever. The fuck other garbage is coming out that's out there. Oh, there's this one. there's the ones that we all know of, Maximus and Hedron and shit and everything. And I'm getting like, just as everything is, the wave of all my onboards are just like behind everything. So like I'm getting all the questions now from, I'm like, we did talk about both of these projects in the past, like 2. I do a show, and right now that's
could watch. You could save me some time, work out.
Maximus is off to a great start. Not talking shit coins, but talking like actual good stuff. I mean, what are they up 90 million now?
Last I checked was 70 million, but they're probably 90 something. I think
they're probably up there. Yeah.
So props to those guys.
I mean, people are using it.
Left.
Well, that's one out of all of them. Like I think Hedron and Maximus could be argued for more of a use case, and I would say out of all of them, Maximus is probably my favorite because it's just a 1-to-1, right, of Hex. And over time, there's probably going to be ARB opportunities where you can essentially get Maximus at a discount or get it. Hex starts running up, it lags behind. You can grab Maximus for cheap, or let's say Maximus runs up. You could sell and then it comes back down and you can make some money. So I think Randy put it best as Maximus kind of can be that Hexican traders coin. Like if they want something to do in the meantime and still play inside and outside of like a 15-year stake. So I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I was talking about it on the stake and bake. It's like, I mean, it is more of a true derivative, and it's, I mean, it's like a actual futures product where you're like talking about what this will actually be worth in 15 years kind of idea. I also like that, like the code, if it's successful, they could easily make a Maximus 2 or 3 or whatever and like redo this again. I like those features of it. I mean, the sucky part about it is we fleshed that one out, that like you can't, if there's other airdrops to other people or other Hex things, you're not going to get that stuff. So that is what it is. You won't be included on that, but like the 10% bonus that you probably wouldn't have gone outside on your own probably makes that probably that, will. Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, like it's going to be very 10% on your Hex. Think about, you got to think about that like you're going to get, it's going to be pretty difficult to beat that 10%, and like you'd have to find a Hex like some sort of airdrop that's going to become worth it. 10% of your Hex bag, which is pretty tough. So. Yep. 93 million.
According to Mango and Riz. I saw like a big mint right before we came on. I think it was 1.7 million from one address, I think. So that's awesome. I just wanted to get this question before I forgot about it. Where did you go? I stubbed my crypto. There you are. Yes, the car will be the number 55. So this is a Cup race.
Cup series.
Yeah, so the Cup number is 55, so it's going to be the same as Daytona.
Speaking of that, I'm wearing the retro limited edition 66 car, and it's the Supra that never came to fruition. So
that is a collector's item.
Nothing like making a bunch of shirts of a car that never came to exist.
It's collector's. It's like a Buffalo Bills championship Super Bowl t-shirt.
I'll send them over to Africa too.
Kids in Africa are wearing them. It'll be a huge hit over there.
They'll love it. They'll love it.
What else is going on? There's some other coins that are coming up for Hexicans as well. That I've heard whisperings of. There's Twitter personalities speaking about projects that they're working on as well, that I'm interested in. I'm somewhat interested in. I'm not saying I'm going to go full degen over here, but I like that stuff is being built. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I was joking in the green room. I was like, of course, like the live music down below starts right at showtime, but I think that's as loud as it's going to get. So if that's tolerable,
that's not too bad.
Okay, I'll try to mute whenever. But droning on again and again wants to know if these 66 shirts are still available there, Mom.
I'm honestly not sure. They might still be on the website.
Hexmerch.com, right?
They might not be as limited as I think. They might still be on the website.
That's awesome.
Oh, damn. K4K is watching on Twitch. You don't see that too often.
Nice.
He's like the one guy on Twitch.
Hang on, I got the child. Hang on.
Back from nap time.
Yep, surprise.
They escaped.
Has anyone claimed their dog coin airdrop? So that is the... I have not. You have 100 days or 98 days to decide, right?
Exactly. And so we can speak on this. And I think the guy went on Discourse Syndicate. I listened to part of it.
Yes, you did. I haven't not watched it, but if you did, tell us.
Yeah, I listened to part of it. Seems like an okay dude. I know, like in his thing, he was talking about how he was tired of people like calling him a scam and stuff. And like, I think for the most part, the community was actually pretty good, right? Like if you go through the thread, most of it's really just people like, hey, like, because he started the marketing, right? Just like, hey, we're going to airdrop you on 420. No details whatsoever. Just wait for 420. Cool. Wait for it. And some of us preemptively were tweeting about it. Other people were just like, hey guys, like be careful. Like there is no information out there, whether this guy's intentions are good or not. If you connect your wallet and you don't know what you're doing and you give the wrong permissions, like you're exposing yourself to potentially being hacked. And so like, I hope he didn't misconstrue a lot of that stuff as people call him a scammer. It's okay for the community to be cautious, especially when you're not giving out details of what you're building and what your project is. And then go ahead.
I hope that Hexicans are like, we're the most cautious community, like and people shouldn't like take that as offense by any means. I mean, think that that's a feature, not a bug, man. We should be stoked by that.
Wow, well put. And I think some people actually jumped the gun and instantly called it a scam without any verification whatsoever. So we kind of want to watch ourselves doing that as well. Yeah. I know it's kind of like we've been called that years ago and we've gotten past that, but I don't think it's cool just to be like scam without any verification.
And that's why it's important to use your words appropriately, right? Like just go out there. It's just like, hey guys, like we don't know either way. Be cautious. If you don't know what you're doing, if there's no information out there on yet, like don't necessarily go out there and promote it because there are people that don't know better, right? There are Hexicans that are not only new to the Hex community, but maybe new to crypto and altogether, right? So like they don't understand, like when they connect a wallet, they could be giving up essentially a vulnerability that exposes them and gets them just absolutely wrecked. So it's okay to be cautious. But you can sit there and just make sure you have the facts to back up what you're saying. And so then there was some more issue. I know people essentially with the way, and I'm not a dev, so I don't understand this 100%, but like the Merkle tree and how they're actually able to see like the data set. Evidently there's something with it, and you could probably speak on this a little bit better, Big K, with like their front end website. And some of that's just not as transparent. So then people were saying, well, there's an issue here. I haven't gotten clarification from devs that I trust on whether or not it's 100% safe. A lot of people have claimed and said it's okay, but I don't consider that 100% proof either, right? So like Cabana said, we have 100 days. I'll be patient.
Yeah, I haven't I've been doing my research. I haven't claimed yet. I'm not going to. I just have been doing my research. But it seems like the way that Merkle tree proof works in their setup, because they essentially, and again, I'm sure Dev can tell me I'm saying it all wrong, but probably. Essentially the reason that they use a front end and you can't use Etherscan for it is because they're just totaling up all your total T-shares. So there's a formula in that front end that is calculating your T-shares for you. Otherwise, you'd have to manually do it on Etherscan, and it's a lot harder. So like, it's not to say that it can't be done, through an Etherscan, direct call, but like it's harder. So they did it. He built it already into the front end, which is cool. Yeah. And somebody already parsed the JSON file to find that like what the data set looks like and to see that show that there's nothing fishy going on there. And it's just calculating the T-share totals for each person. So in that regard, like, it's like good on them for doing a cool thing for people. Yep. Bad on them because there's a little bit of lack of trustlessness and transparency in that, for those who don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, I'm only just like understanding, like, did I go through and like parse through the JSON file? No, I didn't. I saw it. I was like, there it is, but like, so like, I'm not the guy that knows everything here, but I understand that like what they did is a trick that, helps what their use case is. They just wanted to calculate total T-shares and then give you an airdrop based on that. So their front end is like the way that it's getting done. Again, yeah, there's not as
good takeaways on both sides, right? Like,
but it doesn't seem like a scam. It doesn't seem like any more a scam than a second Pulse Dogecoin meme coin might be, but and so I'm not saying that it's not.
Our community has high standards, right? Like, I mean, they want stuff to be built well. We prefer audits. We prefer stuff to be trustless when possible. And I mean, we're kind of going off the ethos of what our founder did with his project with Hex. We want this to be a safer space than most of crypto. So like, if our community comes here and then stuff is built specifically for our community, like, we do want it to be vetted and we do want it to be trustless and we do want it to essentially be safe for new users to come and interact with. So if there's something that's not completely transparent, like, people are going to question it and they're going to look into it, and it might be good, it might not, but you have to be willing to undergo that critique and criticism as well if you're going to be a creator.
And just timed that perfectly with the end of that song, which got progressively louder as he kept talking. So, but yeah, just echoing that, like, we've been like raised right, I guess, over the past few years, from being accused and called bad names to actually learning and being on the lookout. Even, I realized many of us were already vigilant and very careful, but it's kind of just gotten beaten into anyone else who wasn't already, which is
right.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, what else is out there? Since, I have my Talladega agenda, but nothing else. What else is going on there, Big K, that you'd like to discuss?
Oh, man, what isn't going on?
K for K, if anybody hasn't checked that out, he put out a cool video. If you thought he was bullish on Pulse X, he's also very, very bullish on this potential wallet coin. And he commented above in the chat. I'll try to find it. But
Richard Hart's wallet coin, or a
Richard
different
Hart's wallet coin.
Well, duh.
But he laid out the reasoning for it, and I guess did MetaMask fee calculations and stuff like that. So has
Richard come out with any details about the wallet coin yet, though?
No, but I think he was just taking MetaMask fees.
I feel like that's another thing that's out there too. Oh, there's another shit coin. I've got other shit coins for you guys besides Hocus Pocus. I've got other ones too. There is gonna be. Sorry to butt into all this, but I just remember
derailing the convo. But that's all
Sorry.
right.
We can put a pin in it if we need to.
Yeah. We'll pin it.
Okay. Anyways, back to K4Ks. Richard's wallet coin. Where were we at with that? Oh,
what? Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, that's what we pinned. Wait, is that what you want to talk about?
I was going to pin my stuff. Go.
No. You go. Pin that, and you go. I was like, okay, it's pinned.
There's a Pulse Lightning coin. Have you seen this one too? No. That is going to be a bridge between Lightning Network or Bitcoin and Pulse Network, and there will also be airdrops for that as well. Where is that fucking shit? I don't know. I deleted. I closed that window. I got it saved on my history. But yes, and I looked into that, and like that. Yeah, sure, that'll be cool. There's a Ren BTC that does Bitcoin to Ethereum. There should be a Bitcoin to Pulse. That would be great. So that is coming as well, and I think we get coins. There.
I like getting coins, sir.
I do too. I love it. And then also there was another one. Fuck. There was a wallet. There's a wallet that's coming out too that is like kind of gonna compete. Like I said, they might beat Richard to market.
I saw that. Wallet. I thought that was a little weird. Like when Richard's like clearly said like this is on his roadmap. It was like
but like again, there's
gonna strategy. Be I'm for it. Good luck.
Yeah, I think. Everybody's gonna. I saw that there's also an exchange that's planning on launching on Pulse as well. That is also going to be a competitor of some sorts. That's going to be another trustless exchange. Not like a centralized one. It's like another.
That's crazy. Like I think you have a better chance at the wallet getting maybe a little bit of market.
Well, I agree. You're competing against something that's
you're competing against Pulse X. Ooh.
Yeah,
that's gonna be rough.
Maybe they're just hoping to get the arbitrage scraps along the way. Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe that's a tough.
But again, you got to remember that like lots of people are gonna just because Like we think that we know what's good, for, like what was like the smart direction. Lots of people are going to make lots of different shit.
Yeah, build it. Please do.
Yeah. Good or bad, it's going to be there. I'm sure there'll be rug pulls we'll get to talk about too.
To unpin K4K's MetaMask and Richard Hartcoin. Let's see. Yeah, so MetaMask is raking in 400,000 as much as $2 million a day. Blockchain, DEX agnostic. Yeah, so like he can do all kinds of cool things with like a wallet coin, right? Like you could get some sort of revenue share from that. I hope the fees are a lot less than MetaMask to begin with, because MetaMask fees are the worst. So hopefully if Richard Hart does something like this, he doesn't beat it just by like 0.01% or something like that to say it's better, because MetaMask fees are garbage. If you have the ability to, never use MetaMask swap, because it is terrible unless you're airdrop hunting. If you're airdrop hunting, maybe, but other than that,
still
yeah, even then it hurts because their fees are that bad. But yeah, it'd be cool to see what he wants to do with the wallet and the wallet token, and I think it'll also be the largest sacrifice to date too, right? And just kind of makes sense, because you would think at first just like, oh, how is there going to be a larger sacrifice for a wallet token than as opposed to like a layer 1 solution and potentially one of the largest, most successful DEX to ever exist? And then how's like a sacrifice for a wallet coin going to make it larger? Well, you just got to think the community just exponentially gets wealthier and wealthier as time goes on, right? With this new ecosystem, these new products, they just get richer and richer and richer. So like, I think you'll see well over $1 billion sacrifice for this wallet coin when it does come out. So I'm excited for it.
Wow, 8 billion, huh? All right.
Oh yeah, 100.
And that's,
dude.
I know which. Yeah,
if someone wants to take a wager, I'll do a friendly wager that it will be the largest sacrifice that Richard Hart's done to date. When he,
I should have taken your wager on if Twitter was going to accept Elon Musk's offer there.
Oh yeah, I probably would have bet on this one. This one I'm much more confident in winning the bet. So
I added this one down below too. K4K, he had more math here. So that's with only 1.1 million unique users of the swaps. Imagine that revenue funneling into a buy and burn of a wallet coin. So yeah, he goes through a lot of this math in his latest video.
K4K likes his buy and burn, as do I. Buy and burn is always a good feature.
Indeed. And funny enough, MetaMask or Infura was down today, so people are having trouble with MetaMask. So yeah, I mean, everything's going to have difficulties at some point, except Hex, of course, 100% uptime. But
and a good thing to throw out on that as well. Richard already tweeted about it, but if you guys do have MetaMask on specifically your iPhone, and there is a feature, if you have it where your apps are backed up and stored to the cloud, your seed words are actually saved onto the cloud, unbeknownst to you, probably. So if that's something that's occurred, go back. You can find in Richard's tweet, but that was an issue with MetaMask recently. So if you don't have that feature turned off and you're operating your crypto on your iPhone and you back up your apps to the cloud, it's actually saves your seed words into the cloud. So you're susceptible to attack if someone ever hacks into your phone. They can go up in your cloud, grab your MetaMask seed phrase, and you're done. So if that's the case with you guys, you might want to go check it out, delete all that, and remove that feature from your iPhone. And don't do crypto on your phone to begin with.
I agree with that. And I think that those tweets maybe were at the very beginning of this week, for those who are trying to look those up. But
somewhat. Well, it's funny. I went back I saw the original tweet thread before like MetaMask even knew about this. And it was funny, one of the MetaMask devs came in there and it's just like, oh, that's not true. And then the guy was just like, it actually is. And he went and like showed him all the information. He's like, oh shit. Like, and then shortly after, MetaMask put a post out about it. But yeah, so just be careful.
Yeah, Monica, good for you. Don't use MetaMask on my phone. It's scary. Yep. No need to, put yourself through that. I mean,
increase that attack surface.
I mean, yeah. How much access do we really need for our crypto? Do you really need it on your phone? Like,
nope.
Come on, man. Unless you're definitely like hardcore trader at this
which really isn't us. So
it's not. And so yeah, it just goes back to like, this is a well-educated community.
Android users unaffected, Mount Coiner says. Possibly. I don't know. I think they only looked into it with iPhone, but yeah, very might be a strong possibility. I'm also an Android guy, so not an iPhone fan.
What else is there on the agenda? I figured this is going to be a short show, but I figured we'd have a guest by now. But we can run through another topic or two.
Well, we can talk about it. I mean, obviously, he can come back and give us more thorough insight, being the actual driver for the race. But I was actually curious: do you know if he is going to have to qualify for this race? Because I haven't been staying up with it. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to attend this one now that I'm doing stuff with Puerto Rico. I'm kind of a little bit more preoccupied. But is he going to have to qualify for this race like he did for Daytona, or is there?
Nope. Is he just
in?
So there's a max of 40 drivers, and there's only 39 entered. So we're in no matter what. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I'm not actually going to see the 55 card like actually race in like essentially the second largest race ever. So a little sad, but I'll definitely be watching on TV, rooting them on.
Yeah, I mean it's an official race. I mean, I guess you got to see the one in Vegas, but that was the Xfinity. Yep. So this is going to be the first official Cup race, like points race. Not that he gets points or he's trying for points because he's in the Xfinity series full time and
he's here to win the whole damn thing.
That's right. Somebody posted the odds of him earlier. I was like,
I might have to place another bet.
He's going to place a bet.
Yeah, I might have to, just for shits and giggles, might have to place one more bet. So reach wider audience.
K4K is building all these products that synergize and reach wider and wider audience. I like that the wallet scales with every new AVM chain that comes out. Yeah, man.
That's the goal.
I mean, it's an entire ecosystem. What's super exciting is like I mentioned this either last stream or the stream before that. It was just like it was a hint of an off ramp, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll let all the regulations come through and then I'll act on it rather than put it out there and have other people be able to react to what he has in mind.
I've talked to a couple different people that are working specifically on those on and off ramps that in the community that are working on building it. Some of them have the money transmitter licenses in all the states already. So there's definitely some Hexicans that are working on it already behind the scenes. So
I mean that is absolutely massive if that ever comes to fruition.
Couple different individuals. So I'm pretty excited to see what they do.
Yeah, and it's always like great for options too. So if it's like there's an issue with one, you have two or three going on, at least you can switch. Kind of like what happened with Matcha and 1 inch, where Matcha, if it gets, I guess, trampled on by one country, then you can go to 1 inch, or vice versa. I guess 1 inch was
and this was always the goal when Richard started building these projects. Once we realized that we're eventually going to have our own chain and our own DEX and our own wallet, like we've always talked about, just like the ultimate goal is just to become vertically integrated, right? Like the sooner we become vertically integrated, like you can do, we're good. You don't have to touch the bad stuff. You don't have to go through the landmines. You don't have to beg someone else to get your money across. Like this is kind of like the end goal. This is like the end game that we've been working on for a long time now, and it's hopefully close. Hopefully, Richard. Hopefully it's close. Mid-May. Hopefully, probably not, but mid-May. So, did you put the kiddos back down? Get back in your bed. It's nap time.
No. Just enjoying themselves for the moment. Just a mild parenting. Anyways, yes, that all sounded wonderful, Molly. I was listening in from afar, and I'm very excited about the onboard and off ramps. Those are
crucial,
exciting.
Yeah.
There's definitely in what we're getting done, like you said, the vertical integration is, it's like, we've seen that it's very difficult to change the system from within, almost impossible. So like you might as well just build your own parallel version, and that's what we're doing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's some Field of Dreams shit here,
Yep.
Love
Field of Dreams, baby. Hex of Dreams.
I love it.
I'm looking at the text, just FYI, I got from JJ's camp, and it says 2 p.m. Eastern, which, that's when we started at, but maybe if they are in the Alabama time zone, they made a mistake. So we'll at least go a little past 2.
Just let them know. It's just like, we're 40 minutes in. We'll see. We'll see you soon.
We'll go a little past
20?
2 o'clock. Yeah. So we'll hang on for an extra 5 or 10, make sure that works. Anyway, yeah. Were we waiting on Big K's commentary there, Motley? I thought you said you were going to wait till he comes back to comment on something, but maybe not.
No idea.
I remember that, but I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah, okay.
I did hear it. I was like, oh, they want my commentary. I like that. Yeah.
What were we talking
chat,
about?
help us out.
Yeah, Buy Burns, MetaMask wallet clone.
Oh yeah, that's right. That'll be a big thing. That'll be real big. It could be the biggest. Yeah, I like all that. I like all that speculation. So yeah, I think we still. I mean, full vertical integration is still going to take another couple years here, but it is cool to see all the the pieces of the puzzle being put in place for that all to be right.
I think it was
coming down the line.
It was either an interview or a live stream Richard did, or maybe it was like a reply tweet. But he also said decentralizing social media. I forget who that was too.
He's also mentioned starting his own countries.
Yeah,
so
that
breaks a little bit underneath that
here,
too. So
yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot on the plate here. Right? We just
got 15 years
at a time.
yeah. Baby steps. Let's get our vertically integrated ecosystem, and then we can work on the social media, and then we can bump out to our own country, maybe. Baby steps. Yeah, baby steps.
Throw up some satellites in the next 15 or so. We'll be good to go. Yeah, I get it.
Does work pretty good.
Yeah.
CryptoPay. Have you been watching the show?
Oh,
was that you in the airplane up there? Was that you?
I just got the message so that they're shipping me the Starlink for Puerto Rico was.
Nice.
I have yet to get my Starlink, sir. Both of you. So you will get them both. You will get them in Florida and Puerto Rico before I will. This is awful.
That's why I'm here now. Thanks to Elon.
Yes.
Without him, this wouldn't be possible.
Thanks be to Elon.
Is your so where you're at in Puerto Rico, your internet's not that great? Okay.
I mean, there's a fiber line that comes to here, and it sometimes is severed, and then you're on some sort of secondary back network. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, on paper, on a very good day, I've got 600 megabyte download and 200 megabyte upload, which is which is great on paper. And I have seen it. I have seen it do that. I've seen it do
one little blip.
I've seen it do the 600 download and 120, 140 upload, which is pretty fucking good.
That's pretty impressive.
But okay, so I'll run a ping and I'll be watching the ping running, and if you push too much data, it'll just limit. It'll just start dropping packets, and I'm like, okay, so that's so it's so it seems to work most of the time, but not all the time. And then when I need it the most, when I'm streaming, it's no, that's when it's definitely not going to work. Yeah. And I mean, so anyways, we're in a good. I'm hard lined in right now, so it seems like it's all running just fine. The modem has been reset to some new. I called them and I was like, please help me. And whatever they've done seems to be okay. The last 2 streams I've done have been pretty crisp. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But anything's possible. I'm still Starlink, please come soon.
I had a question for you in regards to Puerto Rico real quick. Do you have any recommendations for sending maybe a bulk of your stuff? Nothing like a car or anything like that, but just a lot of stuff, because I'm looking at what I'm trying to bring down. I'm just it's gonna be really hard to fit this in a bunch of suitcases.
Okay, so there's a shipping. Everything goes through Crowley Shipping, I believe is what it is. The Crowley is, I think, the huge shipping company here, and most everything comes in and out of from the States, at least I'd say huge portions of everything comes in and out of Jacksonville, and usually you can get a container, 20, 30, 40 foot container. That you can get 3 to 5 days in Jacksonville and 3 to 5 days here, and they're it's, I think the cheapest one is $1,500, I think is what, and then and you pay some taxes and fees and bullshit. It put you around $2,000 for probably a 20-foot container, and that'll that'll like you get, like I said, a few days on each side of it in the yard to unload it or load it, and you can pay for more. I think it's like 20 or 40 bucks. I mean, I priced all this out before because there's a lot of cars here, so the catalytic converters have always,
I was thinking about just trying to load up suitcases. I was looking at loading up suitcases, and then I started realizing I didn't look at too many suitcases.
I sold almost most of the shit I had, and like what I didn't sell, I put into a pod, and like that was like in a container here that I just, and that's all that I had in at home. I didn't really own very much. I sold the car and whatever, so like I didn't have too much. I basically bought everything here.
I'm selling everything as well for the most part, but like I was worried about, like, I'm still not quite sure how good shipping is to the island. I know it takes a little bit longer, so like
about an extra week, and not only that, but like there are some things that they won't ship to Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And so like there's another ways around that. There's like in Miami, there's in Miami you can get these like shipping services, where like they receive whatever you want in a US based Miami address, and then they forward it along to your Puerto Rico address. You can do that if you need. And like I mean, I have family who like coming back and forth to see the kids often enough to where like as long as it's not a couch or something like that, then like but again, all that kind of stuff, like I'm not trying to bring things that don't belong here because like there's
we got furnished.
Like there's easier. Like shit takes a beating from the weather here. Whatever sort of stuff is here already is better than whatever you're like, oh, my rattan furniture and that shit's not gonna last. So anyways, I'd like the shipping container thing is great. Is like, I mean, it's totally, like I said, $2,000 or so, and you get it. It takes about a week and a half to get, I think, or 2 weeks to get it from like once they like take it to here, and then I mean, I would just like the Amazon Prime is fine. Like I said, you can get, there's a bunch of different places. If you go to the post office, usually each of the post offices, and there's other places that'll like have like WeWork style places that you can get subscriptions to, and they'll give you like an address that's like an actual, one that you can get stuff shipped to. Because like sometimes you like, it depends on where you're at and how everything is. You're in a condo or something like that, then it's probably not too bad. But that was
another thing I was gonna ask. Like I rented out a place for like a year at like a condominium division or whatever, and the address, like there's no like actual street name or anything. Like I guess I just put the condominium place and then like my like room and everything. I guess the actual place.
The address is the addresses get crazier as soon as you're in the city too. Like you'll be like,
and I'm in the city.
And like they'll be like kilometer 4.3.
Oh my god!
And you're like, what does that mean? And you're like, literally, I'm located at what would be mile marker, kilometer marker 4.3. And you're like, wait, okay. There's a bunch of buildings there. And they're like,
addresses are hard in Puerto Rico, guys. They're challenging.
Somebody asked earlier
if you get a shipping service,
Puerto Rico and Portugal, any differences there?
I mean, a ton of differences.
Yeah, I would say Portugal is much more modernized than Puerto Rico. I love both, but Portugal is much more modernized than Puerto Rico is. Much better infrastructure.
For sure. Yeah, I mean they're definitely
food's different. Both are very beautiful though. Both have a lot of history. Very different though. Very different. Check them both out.
Beyond, you guys talked about moving to Mexico. Yeah, Monica mentioned a tweet earlier about the country as well, and it was like Richard, just jokingly, Richard buying islands or whatever. But Richard also said like it makes more sense to do more of like, I forget the actual term, but economic zone, something like that, where it's already set up, because you don't want to
islands are tough.
Have to set up your whole. I mean, you're delayed years, decade, whatever. At that point, you're really starting.
Yeah, you better have.
Why not just get something where the infrastructure is built out, and then you can kind of carve out your own little niche, I guess, is the thinking there. But I don't know. I've never set up a country before, so what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have quite a construction crew to put on your landing strips and your docks and your hospitals and all that. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes into nation state building on a fucking island. And I mean, like as far as I've been to a whole bunch of Caribbean spots, and like Puerto Rico's the coolest, for sure. I'm not saying that there's not other cool ass awesome places, but like if like the infrastructure is still more put together here than any other
debate.
No, that just makes me scared of the other islands.
I mean, they're basically in the Caribbean on a whim and a prayer, man. I mean, they're just hoping that they don't get blown over. I mean, but that's fine. I mean, they do get blown over, and they don't have that much there, and then put it all back up, and it's fine.
Put your Legos back up.
Yeah.
DJ Cryptomatic wants a roller skating rink in Mexico. So yeah.
I was actually like, that's funny you said that, because there's not. So they have a lot of like roller skates are a thing here in Puerto Rico, but like when people
rinks
roller skate, but there's no rinks. And there's tons of these like a bunch of basketball courts that are not really like used everywhere. I would love to like put together a kick-ass like 70s style roller rink, get some fucking neon fluorescent tape everywhere, and I mean it would be, and throw some disco on that bitch, we would have a blast.
Dope.
Just
speaking
possibilities.
Of DJ Cryptomatic, he's going to do an after party instead of a pre-show this week. So after we're done, I put his Twitch link in the chat below. So whenever we end, we're gonna go a little past the top of the hour just to make sure our times weren't crossed and I wasn't given the wrong time. So
yeah, so like going back to like the shipping and everything, I went ahead and ordered all my studio equipment for like Puerto Rico, and I was just like, I'll get it shipped here and just carry it down. And now I'm starting to second think like I should have probably just taken the delay and had it shipped to Puerto Rico, because trying to carry everything down there is gonna be a pain now.
I mean, I would recommend taking a first class. Like, if you're not gonna take a jet, then I would recommend a first class flight. That like then they usually give you 3. Like you can check up to 3.
That's a good idea.
Like 70-pound bags usually. I mean, United at least lets you do like up to 70 pounds on first class flights. So then you can max stuff.
Enjoy yourself a little bit. Get some free luggage.
Relax.
Okay.
And then
travel hacks by Big K.
Yeah. It's like I got a few of them. Huge fan of I don't want to like total, but like that Amex Platinum card that's out there if you travel all the time.
Oh yeah.
Huge fan of that, because you get the priority pass too, so you can get into like a bunch of the airport lounges.
Yep, Amex lounges or priority pass lounges.
Yep. There's, and the Puerto Rican, the one that's at Puerto Rico's airport is a priority pass one. So
do they have one? I haven't even looked into it because
they do. When you go to not to the A-B side, but you go to the C-D side, and then there's one upstairs.
It's a good one. Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have food and drink, and they've got actually like a room full of like lounge, like they look like the psychiatrist chairs, and you can just like throw it's like a dark room. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
I remember before my Amex Platinum card, I didn't realize this whole nother world existed in airports. I always stay with the plebeians, and then like I realized like, there's lounges built into these airports above all the poor people, and it's just free food and drinks. And I was just like, I just have to have your credit card. I was like, bet. And I
could do that shit. I could do that.
Yeah, back when I was military, so they have the Service Member Act where you can actually, Amex will waive all the fees for your card. So like I was able to have all the Amex cards, the gold card, the platinum card for free without even the annual fee. So like I thoroughly enjoyed those lounges.
I bet. Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
I've kept it since I've gotten out, because it's definitely worth it.
For sure. That's the best. And my mom like traveled. She did conferences for a long time, and when I'd go with her doing conferences for like the nonprofit she worked for, and because of all of her travel, and she stayed with Just United, so we'd always have perks. So that was I'm a huge fan of the perks, and I make sure that the platinum card, it's $500 a year or whatever.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah, I mean, you get the TSA pre-check paid for, you get all that Uber Eats and Uber Cash
Eats,
and everything.
Uber credit. You get like all these different services. Like usually every 6 months to a year, Best Buy will give you like a free $150 per $150 you spend. Like you get all these rewards and stuff. $200 comp at a hotel sometime of the year.
I got early tickets when we bought those Krungben tickets when I went to Paris just recently. We got the early bird like ticket purchasing too, which Ticketmaster's bastards, but I'll take the if I can jump that line.
Ticket bastards. Ticketbastards.com.
You got it. I wonder, somebody get on that. I'm sure it's a website.
Claim it or I will. Yeah, no, they're great perks. Definitely recommend checking them out if you travel a lot. Is that a paid shield? No. Just fans of the product.
Yeah, no, I don't have a link or anything. I'm just these are just things.
I can get you one though. I get free points. We both get free points.
That's true.
Let me know, Lauren. Let me know. Reach out.
Yeah.
What is up, Bob? Thanks for catching one live.
Maximus Dow. I like his the verbal chill in his name.
The guy. What's up, Bob?
Great.
Hi, Bob. We have a country artist.
I hear that.
Apparently.
Jamming.
Maren Morris.
Happy hour is about to get cranked up out there.
Cabana, do you have trivia for Big K and I to go head to head battle royale to end them all? Damn it!
I got my JJ Yeley question. I got my JJ Yeley question sheet, and then it's just like, yeah, Briz, I feel you. It's totally
now. See, you could Google animal trivia real quick, and I could finally get what I want. Big K and I could go head to head. And then you could cut the music off in between.
All right, y'all chat, and I'll see if I can find something.
All right, let's do it. Animal trivia. Let's go, Big K.
Animal trivia.
No more of you looking up Richard Hart tweets prior to us doing battle.
Yeah, straight on whether the cheetah or the osprey are the fastest.
Definitely osprey. Osprey. I don't know about that. Peregrine falcon.
Osprey dive the fastest out of every bird.
No, that's the peregrine falcon. You're mixing up birds.
What?
Sir. Yep. It's peregrine falcon. Google it right now. Reaches upwards of about 180 to 200 miles an hour in its dive. Osprey is
peregrine
just
falcon. You're right.
Yep.
You son of a bitch. You're gonna crush me at this.
I'm ready. Unless. And I'll never forget this. Cabana gave me the most bullshit question ever. It's just what animal has the strongest bite force in all animal kingdom, which is a really hard question.
Yeah.
I was like, damn it.
I remember I was right.
Do you know the answer to it?
God, I don't even remember. I think
that was going to be my first question.
No. I can't remember because it was something other than the crocodile, wasn't it? There was something that beat it out that was kind of obscure. Hippopotamus, yeah. But there's a little controversy. I was going in the list, and there's differing ideas on that depending on the studies. But yeah, hippo was the one. Damn it!
All right, the volume isn't too bad. Motley Investor.
Yes, Cabana Crypto. Man, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Redemption.
Hey, I haven't verified these results, but I'm going to go with it.
Right,
which animals' stripes are on their skin as well as their fur?
Oh God, that's a tough question already. All right, so striped animals. My first gut instinct is go with the classic zebra. Let's see what else is striped. Tigers. I don't know. Did you know? I think it's tiger's hair is actually hollow. It helps them swim better. But I don't know if they're striped underneath. I think I want to go with zebra, but man, that seems so standard. What else is striped? So we got tiger, zebra. There's not too many striped animals, thank goodness. I'm gonna go with zebra. Hopefully that's really basic.
Well, I guess it's too basic, but the answer is actually I'm looking at tiger.
Is it tiger? Oh, hold on, can you look up and see if zebra has stripes underneath? Probably
not.
God dang. Am I really? Yeah, I was gonna say, am I really gonna be out of the questions one? You suck.
Big K for the win. Here we go. I'm kidding. All right.
Oh, he brought me back. I was in the chat talking shit already. So you better give him a really hard question.
All right, Big K.
Oh, okay.
Which animal is known to spend 90% of its day sleeping?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the sloth.
I would have guessed that too. These are really hard, I think.
Is it like a bear or something?
Yes,
or
it is. A type of bear.
Is it the sloth bear? That'd be funny. There is a sloth bear, so.
A type of bear typically found in the southern hemisphere.
The sugar bear?
Koala.
Koala bear. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
They're ornery when you wake them up too. Don't fuck with them. They're not as cute as you think. People are saying panda. Oh, all right, we're both in it still. My goodness.
Yes.
What's the only mammal, Motley Investor, that can fly? Let me make sure I'm reading this right. What is the only mammal that's able to fly?
Okay. Finally. Redemption. It is the bat.
There you go.
That is correct.
Damn, Cabana found like a good list of animal questions.
I guess they just glide. You know, it's misleading.
Sugar gliders?
They call flying squirrels or flying squirrels. They don't really fly. They just
no. They definitely can't maintain their altitude over long periods of time. They're gonna land at some point.
What is chat's participating? So y'all
good
for you. We learned interesting things here on the Happy Hour Show. Big K. Let's see. What name is given to a female deer?
Doe.
Do re mi, correct.
A deer, a female deer, right?
I was thinking it's gonna be like Vixen.
Yeah, I won't say the rest.
Motley Investor.
Man,
what is the only mammal that cannot jump?
What? That is.
I think I know the answer to this.
I think I know too. After I thought about it for a split second. Hold on, let me. Okay. My initial thought is to go with the largest and heaviest, which I would think would be the elephant on land. Now, the blue whale technically can't jump it can common. It could breach. It could breach the water.
I call that jumping. I mean,
is that jump? Is that water jumping?
I think that's jumping.
Yeah, I want to go with the elephant. Let me just think and see if there's anything else that might be interesting that doesn't have legs or something. That's mammal.
I actually think I think the elephant. I bet they can jump.
See, now you're trying to fuck me up. I don't think they can. I know they can paint. They can paint.
They can paint. That's
pretty good
cool.
too, actually. Man, I'm trying to think of any weird mammals that I would just have a hard time seeing jumping. I gotta go with elephant.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, I could do blue whale, and then technically is not jumping as well. But yeah, I'll go with elephant.
I mean, I guess it could jump out of the ocean. Yeah.
No, that's breaching. It's different words.
Oh, getting technical. All right.
See, I was gonna say hippo is what I would say.
Correct answer is elephants.
Yeah,
it is elephant. Okay,
that
hippo can jump.
I've seen. Have you actually ever seen them run? They can move pretty quick, and they do this kind of canter, where they're pretty much in the air. You can catch them at times where all their limbs are up in the air. So borderline jumping, I guess.
I guess that's borderline jumping.
Didn't say it's very, very high, but
yeah. I've seen a waterfall in Florida too. It's not impressive.
All right, Big K. What animal is known by the nickname sea cow?
Oh,
easy.
The aquatic sea creature known as the manatee.
Easy.
The manatee is correct. Monica's why only mammal questions? I don't know.
Way to discriminate against the cold-blooded reptiles.
I'm a mammalist.
That's awesome.
There's your answer. There you go. That's the correct answer is manatee. Good
props, job. Children of the Grave. That was good.
Motley's the new David Attenborough.
I don't even know who that is. Sure.
Is he an animal guy?
I'm assuming so.
Motley Investor, what animal can stand on its tail?
All right. Again, first gut instinct is kangaroo. Kangaroo.
Correct
That's
answer
not who I.
is kangaroo.
Yeah, before they strike on their hind legs, they bounce back and balance themselves on their tail.
Then they give you a good.
Oh yeah, they fuck you up. They got
Oh, yeah,
people don't
it'll
realize
break
that they're
some ribs.
nasty, and they got like talons on their hands and feet.
Yeah, they're gonna break your ribs and also
eviscerate
gash
you.
pretty good. Yeah, it's not. It's oof.
They're nasty little animals.
All right, we're past 2, so whoever wins this will end the show whenever this ends. Whatever this is.
Sorry, Cabana rugged you on JJ showed up. This is what you get.
JJ rugged me.
Yeah, well, this is fun too.
I will speak to him on Sunday. All right. Let's see. Big K. That is a very rude question. I'm not going to ask that one, but I'll post
Wait,
that
do
later.
it do it for fun. This can be off the record. Let's have an off the record one.
All right, I've not verified this.
Off the record.
Off the record.
Off the record.
Give me the question.
What animal breathes out of its butt?
Breathes out of its butt?
That's what this question says. There's an answer here.
I want to take a guess after Big K too.
Breathes out
of its butt.
Somehow,
is it also a mammal? You mammalist?
Somehow our viewership is going up. Like
yeah,
I don't understand how this is happening.
I told you people love animal trivia, bro. It's great.
Okay.
Is it a mammal or no?
I feel like it's some weird reptile probably breathes out of its butt.
I think you're correct, Big K.
It's a reptile? Okay.
Okay. Some weird reptile.
Yeah, the question says animal, but I think it.
Whatever. That's an animal. Is
it a bug then? It must be like a bug or something.
Or I guess reptile? After I say the answer. But.
I mean, so affirmative reptile, like you're not butt. Fully reptile, so like an amphibian, like a frog, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
a turtle,
salamander.
A couple people in chat have gotten it.
Really? Damn, I feel. They're Googling though, so they don't count. I don't trust them.
Usually ask them.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't know either.
Like I said, I'll give one of those. It's a reptile, so I'm going to go.
The answer is turtle. And
all right, turtle.
Since we're just gonna end this right now.
Hey! What great timing.
We went on to like trivia, and yeah, thanks for saving this. I appreciate it.
What's up, JJ?
How we doing? You guys doing well?
Oh, yeah, very good, brother. How are you doing?
We're great now. Thanks for saving us. So,
I was told that I was supposed to be on at 2:00, which I apologize, 5 minutes, but I just saw that someone said 1:00.
Yeah, 2:00 Eastern.
Eastern.
Well,
far ahead, sir.
I'm not in the Eastern time zone any longer. I'm in.
We know.
Hey, I'm right south of you. So yeah.
As soon as you get to Talladega, everything else changes. The time zone changes. The way of life changes. It just turns into one big party.
Yep. Yeah.
I saw the strip club out there. I saw a strip club out in the infield the other night. So
yeah, somebody posted that in the Telegram group. I was like, oh boy, yep. Welcome to Talladega. It has not
Talladega.
changed in the 20 years that I've been there since. Last time I was there, Dale Jarrett won. So there's a name drop. I saw Jeff Gordon win there once. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun race. So welcome, JJ, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, for sure. No, the when you come like Talladega now, like they've gotten back to where they've tried to turn it back into where it's the fun times. You know, they used to literally have their own jail here on property because it would get that out of control, right? So they kind of went a little too far with the restrictions and the overbearingness, and now they're promoting the parties, the fun, and I think the weather's going to be in the mid 80s the entire time we're here.
It's gonna be perfect.
It's going to be great. Like I said, I just got here a little bit ago. A ton of RVs already here. People already out enjoying themselves. So not only are they going to enjoy the weather and each other and racing, this is just a fun place. Anything can happen. It's almost a magical place in the sense of when you go restrictor plate racing, anything can happen. And obviously we can go back to Daytona and the heartbreak that that we had there with just missing the race on the last lap for the way the draft works. But
yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. So, like, from my point of view, because I remember it like it was yesterday. I was right behind Motley, and we're looking at lap times, and we're like, "Oh man, we got this, and then we're kind of like losing.
I was telling all of you to shut the fuck up because I knew he was in the faster pack with the draft, and I was watching the times close. I was like, "Fuck!" I was doing the math. I was like, "It's gonna come down to the last lap," and everyone's like, "Yeah, we got this." I was like, "Oh no, it's gonna be so close."
Well, what happened? What, at least from my perspective, is did the car in front of you, JJ, did they kind of slow up to maybe allow the similar braided car to perhaps catch up? Because I know that happens in the sport, but it just seemed like that to me.
It does, and it did. When I picked up the 16 car, which was a Chevrolet car, and I had BJ McLeod pushing me, and like I said, we were running almost a half a second faster than we were just the two of us that last 20 laps, and the spotter never told me, what I needed to do. I knew that I was locked in the race. I knew I was ahead of 50, and that was the only guy we had to beat. And I knew that the lead pack was coming. I was just, I was doing the same thing. I was doing the math, thinking, man, it's going to be close. That lead pack's coming, but we're going to be fine. We should still be, maybe a second or 2 seconds out. And then all of a sudden, the leaders caught us. The 16 went to the top groove, which is usually a customary thing, just to kind of let them go by. And you immediately dive back down below them to get in the draft. And just as they went by, I dove down. The car behind me dove down, BJ McLeod 78, and the 16 never did it. And I was like, what the hell's he doing? So I jump back up behind him, and the next thing you know, we lose, a half a second, then 3/4 of a second, and he's just kind of riding around. And the etiquette would have been to just wave me on. Then obviously I would have just bailed out on him, and we would have took our chances. But we were so fast as a group of three that mathematically, again, that group would have caught us and we were fine. So all of that happening, we lost our momentum, lost all the speed. The 78 wasn't pushing me any longer, and it basically just made me a sitting duck. And then, as the lead pack got to us going into turn one on the white flag lap, right? I mean, that's like the biggest heartbreak. You're 3/4 lap of making Daytona 500 in what was a crazy scenario. And here comes the guy you have to beat running, 50, 60 mile an hour faster. It wasn't like I could just pull down in front of them and
and people don't understand that. They just see, they just
come on, wipe them out, bro. Take them out.
So obviously the hex.com would have no longer been legible. You just saw me wanted into a pile. So I hated it. We these new cars, obviously that was the first race for MBM having these new cars, and just the aerodynamics of them. Obviously I've run the last 3 cup races now, and they're very finicky. Even though all these cars are the same, everyone has the same cars, they're so easy to adjust, and there's so many adjustments of things you can do. And every time it seemed like we made an adjustment trying to find speed, somehow we heard it. We created more downforce and more drag. The car drove better, but we were losing speed. So, qualifying, our hopes were to lock in on speed. We weren't able to do that. It forced us into having to qualify in, and again, we just come up so short. So, we've relied on some more resources. I think we've gotten a little bit of a partnership with Roush Fenway, Keselowski. They were sharing some information, as well as even Penske, because we had helped them out earlier this year. So, going this weekend with the Hex car going in Talladega, I'm more excited than probably ever, knowing that we're about as equivalent as we can be with the Cup car. So, thumbs up, and keep our fingers crossed for a good race on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. So, I guess that you kind of went into, to my next question there is like, what's changed, how, with the car, if what adjustments have been made. So, I guess some strategic and perhaps intel from the Roush guys. So that's cool. Looking forward to that. You have guys that I don't think Timmy Hill's in this one like he was in the Daytona race, but you have guys that you kind of prefer to work with, or because you're single car team, man, that's rough, and especially at a restrictor plate track. But do you have guys that you kind of get along with, and you'd be like, man, you find yourself around these other cars, drafting with them during these plate races?
Well, I mean, it's actually a very unique format we're going to run this weekend. So there's no practice at all leading into Sunday's race. I think they had technical inspection today. Tomorrow, all the Cup cars will do is qualify, and then we race. I mean, it's just a really short program for what we have going on this weekend. So again, hoping that the car handles great. Talladega is not as much of a handling racetrack as Daytona. And because of that, the aero side of it is obviously ultra important. And knowing that we've got hopefully those pieces, those little small pieces we were missing at Daytona covered. If we have good speed, then I can make things happen. I don't necessarily have to rely on having someone else help me, to get the best performance. Again, because we were off a little bit at Daytona, I had to have someone pushing me. You had to be in a pack of cars. You had to have that help. If your car's fast, you can create situations and people are going to come with you. So again, that's the hopes of what we have going on this weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, just going through chat here. It's a national sport. Shout out from Puerto Rico. So that's really cool. Yeah, so I mean, NASCAR's totally all over the map here in the States. So I just love going to locations that, I'm in Florida right now, obviously, but just south of Talladega. So, yeah, it's fun trips like that. I guess I'll probably ask you about racetracks a little bit, but do you have just a favorite city that a racetrack is in that you kind of like? Vegas, I guess, is probably a easy answer because it's fun, but you have like another one, maybe like Sonoma with all the wine country, or what's just a cool city that you like to go to?
Well, I mean, for me, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, so I mean that's one of my favorite racetracks. Used to love going to Joliet. That's right there in Chicago. Great racetrack. You can run right up into Chicago and do a little shopping, have some dinner. I mean, it was really cool. That's the diversity of our of the NASCAR side of things. And we go to some very large markets that have great everything, and then we go to some smaller markets. Like last 2 weeks ago, we were in Martinsville, Virginia, which I think the population of Martinsville is probably like 10,000 people. I mean, it's crazy, even though you show up for Sunday's race and there's 70,000 people in the grandstand. So, there's been such a huge influx in our sport, which is really exciting to see, not only from the fans, but just the viewership. Last week, we ran Bristol, Tennessee. We did that as a dirt race. It's the second time now that they've run that race, bringing dirt and covering the racetrack. Their TV numbers came through on Tuesday, and it was the most watched Bristol race since like 2015. They had a 4.0 on their TV, which was, I think equated to like a little over 5.5 million people watch. So, the number one sporting event was again a NASCAR event. So to see the excitement, to see that they're getting not only the viewership on TV, but the people are coming back out to the racetrack and enjoying themselves, which, that's what sets our sport apart from football, baseball, anything else is, there's people here that have, obviously spend their hard-earned money. Gas is super expensive, but they've still brought their motorhome that gets 6 miles a gallon, piled in here, and they've got, 12 cases of beer, and they're going to have a hell of a good time this weekend.
Awesome. So can you just tell me, I guess, from your perspective, just for the community, because obviously we have a lot of the Mexican population watching, just I guess from your perspective, how this came together, just initially back, I guess, in February or late January, and have you heard of crypto, or what did you know about crypto, and what were your kind of feelings going into it? Be like, oh, cool, this is a new kind of deal, or very inquisitive. How'd you feel about it?
Well, I had to become very inquisitive. Obviously, I mean, I'm not aware of before the season started, and not really much of a crypto person. Obviously, there are some crypto companies that had come into the sport. I know that Bitcoin tried to do some things. We had Dogecoin for a little bit, and the problem with some of those is some of those companies come and they're flush with cash on Monday and they're broke as hell on Friday. And the more I learned and saw, obviously that's the opposite of what Hex is. And for me, just meeting all of the people that have been involved in this program in Daytona, I mean, everyone has been phenomenal. Was very excited, to have everyone back in Las Vegas. I know that was the last part of the show that was going on, and it's just been amazing. I mean, I've got Hex now, looking to keep doing more Hex, trying to keep up and learn as much as I can. I know that depending on who you follow and who you try to model after, there's definitely some different variances even in the community on how some people do things. So, I know one thing: I'm not going to go to Motley to buy any jewelry.
Too soon, bro.
Hey,
too soon. Too soon. Too soon. Facts.
Oh man.
Ouch! Ouch!
No, we're trying to bring Motley. We're trying to bring awareness, man. We're just trying to help you out.
There you go. You did a good job, sir.
We're gonna go back to the jeweler's place, and we're gonna find out where the hell your money's at. I think.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else, and I'll be good. Appreciate that, JJ.
Oh man. So yeah, I guess you answered my finale question, which is about being a Hexagon, and I think I kind of knew that earlier from a message I got from you. So I guess just a couple more questions. I saw you run the Cup race at Bristol last week, so you did awesome at that. It was cool. I mean, just to see you or hear you get a shout out because you were like close to the top 10 there. You know, guys in the Fox booth shouting you out, so that was awesome. So like a hypothetical situation came to mind. It's like, all right, what if like some angel sponsorship came in and was like, all right, you have 2 or 3 tracks that, you know, you're kind of like, they used to have road course ringers back in the day. I would assume you like the dirt tracks, but like 2 or 3 tracks, you'd be like, man, I would pick that one, and that one to try to just, you know, win that race.
Man, it's hard to tell because there's so. I mean, I love racing. I mean, I love driving race cars. You know, obviously, my entire career started on dirt racing. I mean, that's to me, that's fun. That's really getting after it. And I had a blast last week running Bristol. You know, the road courses, they're not my. I like doing it because it's something different. It's not my forte. You know, Daytona is always great. You know, we go back to Daytona here pretty soon. You know, some of the bigger markets are always good. Like Phoenix, again, that's the last race of the year. That's my hometown track. You know, there's so much excitement when you go to that race now because that's the finale, right? Championship weekend under the sun. It used to be Homestead, Florida. Now it's Phoenix, Arizona. So, you know, that Texas is a blast. You know, I don't go to tracks that really. There's not tracks that I don't look forward to going to, but. If I was going to pick some, I would say Phoenix, Daytona, and maybe Texas. I was all over the place.
Yeah, everything.
I love all of them.
Don't blame you. Phoenix is beautiful, though. Love Arizona.
Yeah, I have not done that one yet, but I guess it's a little similar to Richmond in the track layout. I guess a bit, but they flipped it. I guess recently. I guess within the past couple of years.
Phoenix is a 1 mile racetrack. You know, they flipped the racetrack. So, you know, when I grew up as a kid and I've won Top World Classics there, what used to be turns 1 and 2 is now 3 and 4. They moved the grandstands. They've kind of completely redone every aspect of the racetrack. But there's just so much to do when you go there. I mean, again, Phoenix is such a large market. So many cool things to do. I mean, they're literally 10 miles away from, you know, either the football stadium where the Cardinals play or even where the NHL team is playing. So I mean, just, you know, it's a little overpopulated, a little crazy in that aspect, but still great.
Real estate market's gone through the roof.
I don't want to live there.
Easy to represent. Yeah, I think that's pretty much most of my main questions. I got a couple fun ones here towards the end, but Motley, Big K, you got any questions for JJ while we got him here for a little bit?
I just want to let you know, JJ, I'm wearing the super shirt that never came to fruition. Wish I got to see that. I mean, I got to see the Mustang still, but it would have been cool to see the Supra for sure in Vegas.
Yeah. It was a good time. Yep. It was a great car. I mean, just the design. The guys did a fantastic job with that car. I mean, when the hex just pops, it looks great on a racetrack. It looks fast. I mean, anytime it looks sitting there, you know that's a good sign. Beautiful car. They did a great job.
Big K, heard him mention Chicago because you are quite familiar with Chicago. You ever done a race in Chicago?
I have not done a race in Chicago. It does sound exciting.
Gotta add that to the list, man.
I should.
From Indianapolis, you can always make just the journey down there to what is one of the most iconic racetracks in all the world, which we now run the road course there. We don't get to run the 2.5 mile racetrack any longer, but still kind of a cool place and not too far from Chicago.
No, it's not too far at all.
Nice. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, JJ, because I know it's a shorter scheduled weekend, but I had a couple other NASCAR questions that I've seen in other interviews. Kind of fun just casual, just throw them your way and see what you got. This one I just got from
curveballs, huh?
Easy. These are easy. This one is just because it's crypto. So crypto obviously is known for like Lambos, Ferraris, McLarens. Got like a favorite ride, favorite whip?
Oh, nice.
Do I have a favorite
car?
I've always been a big fan of Lamborghini. Ever since being a little kid, that's my ride. I think it doesn't get a lot better than that. I know there's faster, cooler, but for whatever reason, just to look with Lambo, you can't beat that.
It's the hexagons. That's what it is.
I'm not
just
so
drawn
sure
to the shape.
Not so sure about the line. Head and date. I might go a little more white or black, but definitely badass car.
Nice.
This is kind of a funny one, but I think I saw someone ask Kyle Busch this. Is there a food that you would not recommend eating right before a race? And are you speaking with personal experience from this recommendation?
Well, a long ways, but I have. I think my worst would be the team had chicken tortilla soup in Martinsville, and it was really good, but it made it 500 and flat before it was evacuated. So, yeah, it was that helmet about one of the worst experiences of my life there. So,
oh my god,
I try to keep it as bland as possible now.
Good call.
Smart man.
Yeah, just like one more last one here. What's the funniest, strangest, weirdest thing you've ever been asked to autograph?
I've signed some stuff.
We're an R-rated show, so feel free to let it all out.
Probably the strangest. I had just started my NASCAR career in Las Vegas, and a guy came up and he had me autograph his forearm, and he wanted to have my autograph tattooed in his forearm. The odd part of that was I had flipped a sprint car probably 2 years before that at a dirt track there, and it was in one of the open wheel magazines. So he had my car flipping tattooed on his forearm, and he wanted me autographing it. I thought, of all the things, it was like me crashing that this poor bastard has on his forearm. So I can't imagine what it looks like now. I mean, that was probably like 2004, so probably just like a big old blob on this dude's forearm.
Needs a touch up now.
Yeah, definitely needs a touch up, I'm sure.
But definitely a diehard. So I mean, kudos to that guy. I don't know if his that was some serious dedication.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That is for sure.
One more question from the chat from Ed Leggett. Are you still running 410 sprints and any plan for Pennsylvania Speed Weeks?
I don't get to run 410 sprint cars very often. I still have one that sits in Phoenix, but unfortunately it just sits there. I tried to go run earlier this year in Arizona. We had some engine failure. So probably my next dirt race is when we are in Indianapolis doing NASCAR weekend. There's a race that's a midget race in the infield at the BC 39, I think is what they call it. So, I know some of the NASCAR guys that ventured out. Alex Bowman, a couple of the guys have been racing some wing sprint cars here of late. So that's never been my strong point. I've always done non-wing racing. So there might be a chance when we go to Dover in a couple of weeks, or we're up in that area, I might try to swing in and do some. But it's usually more of a last-minute thing than it is something I try to plan too far out.
Yeah, I love Dover. That's kind of my area of the Mid-Atlantic. So I've been there a bunch of times. It's a fun, unique track. I guess they call it Bristol on steroids, and it kind of is. But I mean, it's concrete and fast and high corners. It's a fun place to go see a race if anyone hasn't.
Sounds like a good time.
That is a good time. Yeah. So does Randy Travis back here, whoever this is. But yeah. But getting louder and louder. But yeah, that's about all I got, man. Molly, BK, got anything else while we got JJ here?
Nah, just hope you go and kill it this weekend. Hope you crush it. I won't be able to attend this one, unfortunately, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But I hope you win the whole thing, JJ. Really do.
Well, the plan is to kick ass, take names, park out on the racetrack. We'll get Hex visual in every which direction. There's gonna be champagne all over that bitch. It's gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah,
do it. Amazing.
Game plan is set.
Fucking love it.
And we need to do that, so I will be there and Motley won't, so I can rub it in Motley.
I'll be so jealous. You better live stream and hit me up.
Yeah, it'll be the best happy hour ever. Victory Lane happy hour. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, for sure.
Too cool, man. Well, thanks, JJ. Again, just super cool that you came on and took time to be with us. I know the community appreciates it. I mean, you're kind of like, this is the audience, watching this show, and it'll be replayed and over a little earlier than we usually go on. But yeah, community appreciates it. I see it on Twitter, social media, in our chats. When this first ride came together, it's just been a great ride, and we have a huge race on Sunday left, man. So thanks again.
Hell yeah.
No, believe me, I'm excited for it. I'm glad to be a part of the community. It's a phenomenal community, and looking forward to the future, how things continue to unfold. I mean, I know we got Pulse Chain on all sorts of Pulse X, anything else.
Yeah.
Pulse, it's when all the stuff drops, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're squared away for sure. We got you.
And we got a super coming in right at the last second for the checkered flag.
Look at that.
Icon 427.
Thank you, Icon.
Thanks, bro. That's amazing.
Jeez.
You are amazing.
Baller.
There you go. A lot of shout outs for JJ. Go JJ. Give him hell, JJ. Thank you, JJ. Awesome.
Kick some ass.
Keep all four wheels down and kick some ass. Yeah. So
definitely not the four wheels down part.
That's the plan.
The Xfinity race in Daytona, I think, did you get like 13th or something like that? And it was a war of attrition, and you lasted. And
that was a violent race towards the end.
That was nuts.
Man, that was wild.
There's a lot of reasoning for staying. You dodge and stay out of those wrecks. I mean, people are like, oh, you didn't have speed. No, it's not about not having speed. It's about you can't win races unless you're there at the end. So you be smart. You ride around. Always get the exposure, something to the TV. But you want to win the race, you have to be there the last 5-7 laps. So it's not gonna be a whole lot different this weekend. There's gonna be carnage. There's gonna be tore up race cars. It just takes patience. I've done this long enough. You can be the young bull that runs down there and gets in that crash in lap 5, or you can be the old bull and be there at the end and try to win the race. So sometimes being smart will cover some of that braveness.
Yeah, notice earlier I asked you who you got along with, but not who you didn't get along with. But we won't go there. But,
way to be a good host.
That's right. But, it's racing, man. I mean, it happens every track. I mean, even at the Bristol dirt race. I mean, JJ's good. I mean, anything can happen at these places. I mean, I think it was basically Austin Dillon kind of came to a stop right in front of you. Was it Dillon or Keselowski? I think it was Dillon.
It was Dillon.
You had a great run going there, and man, hoping you can just pick it up this weekend, right where you left off before that, and give the Hex.com car an awesome showing. So thank you very much, man.
All right,
appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it, JJ.
Thanks, man. You have a great one, brother.
All right, thank you.
Peace out.
And thank you, chat, for sticking with us. I kind of figured we had the time zone off.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. So
it's like Eastern,
and it turned out to be Central. So yeah.
What a cool down to earth guy though that JJ is. Like awesome dude. Like if you haven't been fortunate enough to like come up to one of these events, like he'll sit there, he'll meet all the Hexicans, he'll have a good conversation with you. Like dude's an awesome stand-up guy.
Very gracious.
Everything.
Yep. And just like the kind of guy you want driving,
representing your brand,
representing your brand, absolutely. So
100%.
Super cool that he came on, and thanks for hanging a little extra in what I thought we'd go for.
Wait,
guys.
finish the trivia. I know it's gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna be a weird little transition.
My bad.
We gotta finish.
So,
no, exactly. So we'll go until it's done. And put me back in the top right. Let's get the order right.
Let's Who are we on? Big K, real quick.
Put me top right, and then we'll just start fresh.
What kind of turtle cannot retract into its shell?
Galapagos tortoise.
Sea turtle, correct. Big K, which animal can move its eyes independently?
Oh, it's one of those chameleons.
Very good. Motley, what do snakes use to smell?
Their tongue.
Very good. What feature, Big K, is visibly different between alligators and crocodiles?
Oh, I know this.
It's something about their teeth, isn't it? Is it about their tail? It's with their tail, isn't it?
What's your
final answer?
I don't know. Get me out of here. Teeth, tail. No.
The correct answer is. I'm sorry, Big K.
Let me steal.
Motley for the steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have.
Just
have
give me another question. I mean, it's teeth, but
it's snout. Yeah, but all right.
It's technically teeth. Crocodiles' teeth are on the outside. Alligators are on the inside. It's the teeth, not the snout.
Well, that's what I said first.
And then you changed it to tail, sir. It's the tail.
I thought JJ saved us from this. All right, come on. All right, I'm getting a
no,
warning.
I got that wrong. We'll get Motley wins the animal.
Give me one more question so I can solidify it. An easy one, hopefully.
Let's see. What is the name of the world's largest snake?
Anaconda.
There you go. Motley Investor,
Okay.
you win.
Yes!
Take your victory.
Yes! I don't have anything prepared. Just glad to be on top again, guys. Animals trivia was great. Glad JJ came on. Awesome dude. I hope he goes out there and crushes it this weekend in Talladega. Again, awesome guy. Great representation for the brand. Hope the car does well. I'll be watching from the TV. Unfortunately, I wish I was there in person, but I can't. Hopefully Cabana will give us all the footage and up-to-date stuff in person. But yeah,
Instagram.com/Cabana Crypto. Instagram.com.
There you go. Instagram.com/Cabana Crypto. There you go. All right, you can bring me back down. There's your plug, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, I'm going to cut out any second here. So thank you guys. Thanks to JJ Yeley again for coming on. Thanks to Josh for helping me set it up. Also Agape Hex for putting us all together. And I think I'll see him on Sunday. Hope to see as many Hexans as possible on Sunday. Thank you, chat. You guys rock. And that's about all I got. Motley Investors.
Next week we'll give away. Next week we'll give away tickets for the Cubs game. There
you go. Cubs game. Be there.
There you go.
Have more information.
Friday,
June 15th.
All right. We're gonna
Motley Investor, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Legion 15 for PulseCon discount, hexmerch.com for all your stuff so you can get free tickets for Big K and get up behind the home plate. Yeah.
Go jam out with DJ Cryptomatic.
DJ Cryptomatic, the after
next.
show.
Link is in the description.
Never been done before. First of its kind. Go to the after show. We'll be there.
Yes, and DJ Cryptomatic is almost to 1,000 followers on Twitch. Make it happen, guys. All right. Thank you, guys. We will see you soon. Cheers, everybody.